So it's not a trap, it's something that is dynamically changing all the time. And when you die and go back into spirit, when you wake up into spirit, you are always given a choice as to what to experience next. So there's no such thing as a reincarnational trap. There's no such thing as a soul trap. Just examine all the experiences and all the reports that people have given of near-death experiences when they go into the spirit realm and come back. Not one single one of them has ever said anything about their soul being
Welcome to Heart Magic Wisdom. Somebody asked me in the comments to react to Bashar when he's asked about the soul trap. And I am really grateful for this question because I wanted to talk about Bashar anyway. If you don't know, Bashar is a very famous channeled entity and he's all about positivity. And I did watch a lot of his videos back in the day because I do like them. And the reason I like them is because they are always very positive. So watching them puts you in a good mood, and I think this is great. So let me play the question about the soul trap.
So the next question is from me. I have been reading a book I bought from Amazon about reincarnation. So it says the reincarnation system is a trap that we need to escape.
And of course, we already know that he's going to say no, because Bashar is all about being positive. And I have seen how this goes before. So for example, somebody will say, I don't know if I should stay in this marriage, or I don't know if I should move to another country. And then Bashar will say, how exciting! And he will do this for pretty much everything. For example, if somebody would say, hey Bashar, I have been sentenced to 20 years in prison, then he would also say, how exciting! And he will never say, oh, that sucks, sorry to hear that, because that's just not in his range. I mean, I didn't really see that specific one, but I have seen people who are really in a bad place. They were like shaking when asking the question, and they're saying, I'm depressed and I'm in pain. And Bashar will still say, oh, how exciting. This is apparently what you wanted to experience so far. And now you can choose what you want to experience next. What is it that you want to experience? It's like the past has nothing to do with the future. Just until now, apparently you preferred to feel bad, to suffer, to be in pain. And now your inner being can call out. And now your inner being can create anything it wants. So is your highest excitement to continue this suffering? Or is your highest excitement something else? And then they will say, yeah, my highest excitement is I would actually want to be happy. And then he says, well, there you go. Haha, all great. So this is how he works. And I mean, I do like to listen to this because he does it in a way where you really feel better after listening to it. And obviously it's better to be in a bad place and feel better than it is to be in a bad place and feel worse. So it's great. But it just means he can never really say that something is bad. Anyway, so let's play his answer.
Nope. Not true. The idea, first and foremost, again, please remember, everything exists at the same time. All lives, all people, all exist at once. In much the same way, again, by simplistic analogy, you have a television program playing on one channel, but you have hundreds of other programs playing at the same time on other channels. You just don't see them because you're not tuned to that frequency. But when you change the channel, you get a different program. But all the programs are playing at the same time. So reincarnation is an experience within the soul can create within itself. So it's not a trap, it's something that is dynamically changing all the time.
So sure, everything is now, I agree with that, but it's not a solution. Let's say somebody is in prison for life and it's justified, they killed a bunch of people and now there is no chance that they get out. And then in his logic, that's just one channel. You are tuned to the channel where you apparently killed somebody or a bunch of people and now you're in prison for life. It's just the channel. You are not trapped in prison. Technically, you're just tuned to the channel. So even if he's technically right, and it was like this, then unless somebody can actually change the channel, then he's still in prison, isn't he? So you would be, for example, that prisoner, and then you're thinking in your cell, oh, it's just the channel. I'm just on the channel of being in prison. Let me try to change the channel. Didn't work. Still in this prison, still on this channel. And if in this situation I don't know how to change the channel, and he's not explaining how to change the channel, then I am here now experiencing this channel of being in prison for the rest of my life. So far, no answer has really been given. It's just word games. Because you need to have the skill to change the channel for this to mean something.
So it's not a trap. It's something that is dynamically changing all the time. And when you die and go back into spirit, when you wake up into spirit, you are always given a choice.
Okay, but nobody says that there is no choice. The soul trap is a term that means you are being tricked into it. It's just like back in the days when record labels really screwed over artists and they got into really bad deals where they performed for 20 years, 30 years, and in the end, 95% of the money went to the record label. And did they have another choice? Well, maybe they had the choice to not sign the contract, but if they wanted to have their music distributed back in those days before the internet, then did they really have another option? That's one thing. But then also, I mean, in the end, they chose to sign the contract. So at some point, they thought it was okay for them to sign it. And in the end, they felt like it wasn't okay for them to sign it. They felt like they got screwed. So it's possible to feel one way about a contract at the time you're signing it, and then to feel different about the contract later. So even if we had a choice, and we may or may not have been tricked into it, then maybe at this point we felt like it was a good choice or an okay choice. And then now later we feel like it's a bad choice. And now can we just get out of the contract is the question. Because these artists couldn't get out of the contract that they made with the record label. So it's not only about the choice, it's about how long that contract lasts and how informed you were and everything.
And when you die and go back into spirit, when you wake up into spirit, you are always given a choice as to what to experience next. So there's no such thing as a reincarnational trap. There's no such thing as a soul trap.
So apparently you are always given a choice when you go back into spirit. And that to me is a complete contradiction, because shouldn't that just be one channel, one of the many options that there are? Shouldn't it be like, oh, you are now in spirit, that's just one channel? Shouldn't there be like unlimited kind of channels? But no, here apparently you are always going back to this process. Here suddenly it's not a channel anymore. Here it's not like one person can experience this on one channel and another person can experience something else on a different channel. No, here it's everybody goes back to the same process, the same design, the same system. So I feel like this is the contradiction. If everyone is just on a unique personal channel where they experience some unique personal thing and they could just change the channel, then I don't see how everybody goes through the same process in the end when they go into spirit.
Just examine all the experiences and all the reports that people have given of near-death experiences when they go into the spirit realm and come back. Not one single one of them has ever said anything about their soul being trapped.
Well, I did cover some instances on this channel where people have said things that made me question whether they were tricked or not. And also, the people that come back are either forced to come back or want to come back. And if somebody has had the choice to escape and they felt like it was a trap and they had the ability, so to speak, to change the channel, to say, no, I don't want this, I feel like I want to get out of this contract or whatever, then obviously these people don't come back and you wouldn't hear from them. So I feel like this answer is not really good, but it's to be expected from Bashar, because Bashar is all about positive emotions, and that's great. I think he's fulfilling a purpose, and I really enjoyed watching him for a while. But yeah, it's impossible for him to say that the soul trap is a problem, that it's real, and it's even impossible for him to say that people who are suffering and are in pain are in a problematic situation, because that's not how he works. He never does that. That's just how his logic goes. And yeah, so this is what you would expect from Bashar.
It is so ridiculously funny to me that people truly believe that you can escape the wheel of samsara by graduating Gaia, by finishing the school curriculum at a soul level, thinking that truly you will someday have that incarnation that will finish your karmic death. Honestly, it's just ridiculous, because by the very fact of you being here, you accumulate more baggage. And every time they bring you back here, they use your previous baggage as justification for bringing you back. And it's like, when is it ever going to stop? It isn't. It has no intent on stopping. And by getting you to forget every single time, that is just you acquiescing on some level. I mean, it's silly. It is silly. And it is only when you recognize that you are not going to have that perfect incarnation. This is not a school. You are not to finish. You are not to graduate. There is no end to this. The purpose is to get you back here through whatever means. Honestly, it's so funny because when you die, right, you get the life review, and cleverly enough, they get you to judge yourself. They're so lovingly and exuding peace and radiance, and you're so enamored by these beings, these loving beings, and they ask you, do you think you did a proper job down there? No, did you? No, you were naughty. You were real naughty down there. You know what? We have something for you. It's over here. A new body, a new vessel. You can try again. You know these people you hurt over here? They're ready. They're lined up. They want to try it again with you. This time, it'll be all switched up. And the game goes on. And the game goes on. Until next time, and next time, when, again, there are more things and tribulations and stuff to be worked out. Because you cannot live in this world and not cause suffering and hurt unto others. There will always be some justification for bringing you back here. Always. I mean, honestly, I think if you took the most enlightened, self-realized being, they might have been born self-realized. I don't give a right. I'm sure they too have hurt people or beings in their life. And so the point to realize that these ancient traditions have always been pointing towards is not to celebrate reincarnation. It's not to be like, woohoo, I'm gonna get back here. Gotta have another shot at it. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because if you perpetually go back here in hopes of doing a better job next time, honestly, the more mature I get, the less I believe in trying to change this world, in thinking that I'm going to make a meaningful difference. Honestly, no. I am here and doing my thing, doing the work for myself, and if you're listening and get something from it, cool. If not, get on with it. Next time. Yeah, I just think it's so funny, honestly. Until next time.